Welcome back to the Cannabis Sommelier. I'm your host, Andrew Freedman, and thanks for joining me for episode number 100 of the Cannabis Sommelier. This episode is a cannabis and wine pairing, and I'm really excited to do it. The wine I have is amazing. I can't say I'm crazy excited about the cannabis, and it's kind of one of the reasons why the format will be changing, and we'll be focusing more on cocktailing with cannabis and just a deep education strategy. But I'm really excited to present this episode 100. I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you to everybody who watches the show. It's absolutely amazing, the support that I've gained in this last year. When I started the channel January 1st, 2018, I never could have imagined where this would take me, and I'm so excited. I was so excited to give the definition of a cannabis sommelier in high times. That's really, really epic. Cannabis and wine pairings in the Hollywood Reporter, doing amazing parties in Chicago and Los Angeles. It's just been incredible. So thank you so much for everybody that watches. And if you haven't already, press that subscribe button because we just got over 500 subscribers, and that's incredible. That was my goal for the year, and so it's so cool to have met the goal. Consistency was amazing. So yeah, I'm going to announce my new content project. If you're watching the 100th episode, I'm going to be giving free education of the cannabis course that you need to become, a very informed consumer or get your foot in the door to becoming a professional in the cannabis world. I'm going to give that all to you. I hope it ends up as 500 episodes. That would be fantastic. I'm going to start rolling that out. Maybe on Christmas, maybe January 1st, but you're going to have a lot of content, a lot of education content coming, and I'm so excited about that. But without further ado, let's do this cannabis and wine pairing. I know we're over 50 cannabis and wine pairings, and this is a really awesome bottle that I'm super excited to open. I got the Paul Roger Vintage 2008. And my mom got this for me for my birthday. So thanks, Mom. Shout out to you. So Paul Roger from Epernay in Champagne, France. The house was founded in 1849 and is a generational winemaking family. But the wine is known as the most British champagne. And that's because Winston Churchill loved this wine. He made his first case order in 1908, so 110 years ago, and Paul Roger Winery Champagne House started making the Sir Winston Churchill cuvee. I believe the first vintage was 1975, and I think they've only made 15 vintages up until now. I might be wrong. There might be 18 vintages. But a beautiful bottle. I'm really excited to try it. So one of the great quotes from Winston Churchill was he needed a pint a day of Paul Roger to keep his health in standing order, to keep the doctor away. I of course butchered that quote, but he also said he was writing to Odette Paul Roger, who was the lady of the house, the matriarch at this point, and he said that the Paul Roger address was the most lovely of all addresses in the world. So here's the 2008 Paul Roger, and 60% Pinot Noir, 40% Chardonnay, and 2008 was an incredible year, rivaling 96 and 02 in Champagne. And I'm just stoked to drink this. Happy 100 episodes. This is so cool. So kind of it's a light straw with kind of a golden hue through the middle. So there's kind of like these wisps of red berry and then stone fruit and then buttered croissant. It's like a perfect classic champagne. I don't think I could describe it any better than that. It's very beautiful. Whispers of red fruit, that backbone of stone fruit, and buttered croissant. Oh, delicious. I can't wait to drink it. Wow. The bubble, beautiful, but hits nicely on the palate. strong citrus and like spring flowers. That stone fruit behind it, and then almost like creamy shortbread, that buttered croissant. Champagne. This is what makes champagne fantastic, and I love drinking great wines. There's a reason Winston Churchill said all those things and loved it so much, and I'm with you, Winnie. I would I want to be doing the same thing. I want to drink a pint a day of this, but I don't think I can afford it. Kind of brioche-y now. Wonderful. The lees characteristic. Champagne sits on these lees, the used yeast cells, and that's where these buttery, creamy notes come from. The red fruits are from the Pinot Noir. That nice citrus and tropical stone fruit is from the Chardonnay. It's just a perfect marriage of worlds. Awesome, awesome wine. Well, let's look at the cannabis. I'm all stoked on the wine. I'm worried about the cannabis. I usually don't come in with a bias, but this is from Organigram, and one thing was that my fiance was poisoned by cannabis that was bought from Organigram to Aurora. And this is the cannabis. I chose 2 strains because I couldn't find any information on either of them. They're basically just made up strain names. They're somebody else's genetics, but made up strain names. And this is for 1 gram. This is a 1 gram container. It's as big as the palm of my hand. So I'm going to open 2 today because it's episode number 100, and we might as well try it out. So I have one's called this one in my hand now is Casablanca, and the other one is wabanaki. Oh, I'm messing it up. There we go. So there you go. 2 made up names. Why they had to put Rio Bravo, then Wabanaki, and Casablanca, then Mongolian confused me, but anyways, so I got an Indica Sativa Casablanca. That's the one we'll open first, 17.3. Got my scale on. We'll break the seal. We'll see how it smells, then we'll see how it smells with the wine. Doesn't smell like anything. It smells real old. I keep describing it as like the legal cannabis often is smelling like the silk plant warehouse or the fake flower section at a store. It's the scale's dancing. No, it's not. It's 0.9. This is why I'm changing the format of the show. Like, there's a whole bunch of shake in here. The cannabis doesn't smell like anything, but we'll try the experiment still. And we obviously have our vaporizer. Oh, what a great wine. Such a great wine. It smells like, I don't know, it smells like oregano. It smells like oregano and some white flowers and some dust. What it does to the wine is it cuts through that breadiness. It makes the citrus stand out a little bit more, and the spring flowers in the wine stand out a little bit more. From the wine to the cannabis, it makes it smell more like an appealing white flower, but it's an extremely one-dimensional smell. In my experience with this kind of cannabis, it is going to do well with the wine just because it's very simple cannabis. But let's open 2. It's episode 100! Rio Bravo, Wabanaki, 17.2%. Young people are especially at risk of regular use. You can get psychosis. And this is, again, Edison Cannabis from Organigram, and it says it was packaged on 08/29. It's now 12/5. There's absolutely no seal on these. And this one smells like hay. That is. So, yeah, stoked to start teaching you guys about cannabis. It doesn't smell like anything. It smells like burnt out oregano, white flowers, and hay. This one smells much less appetizing than the other one. And it looks like an extremely stressed plant looking at it. I'll take some close-up shots for you. But this one definitely doesn't look like, the one nug in here does not look like it had any love. I'll take some I'll take some videos so that you can see that, and I'll have it in the corner right now. Oh yes, and we should weigh it and make sure, we'll see if they're on point. It's 0.9 again, so you know, if they put every gram in these big jars, here's 2 grams of weed, and they're ripping everybody off 0.1. I heard it was only a 0.05% or a 0.5% variance. So Edison Cannabis, you failed. Sorry guys. From Organigram. Let's have another sip of wine while we do the vape. Fantastic stuff. I wonder what it cost when Winston Churchill was drinking Paul Roger. If you can find the 2008 vintage anywhere, I suggest you buy it. I don't think it's outlandishly priced. I think it's around $100 Canadian. Absolutely bone dry. Some crystals on my fingers, some trichomes. But again, like, I poured out my gram and it's just a bunch of like really poorly trimmed sugar leaf shake. So that doesn't make me very happy, but whatever, it is what it is. Again, that's why we're changing the format of the channel. I want to keep giving you guys information. I want to keep connecting with you guys, but I don't want to keep consuming this cannabis. I have applied for my grow at home license, so as long as Health Canada is quick, that will be available to me very soon, and then I can produce my own medicine and bring that into the channel, because wouldn't that be great to show you strains grow like in my world. Terroir is such an interesting word that we talk about in the wine world, and how every little microclimate creates something different. And I just saw Arion, the king of cannabis greenhouse seeds, talking about how he'll grow a plant in the United States as an indica, and then he'll grow it, the same plant, in Africa, and it grows as a sativa, a narrow leaf type plant. And he's saying same seeds from his laboratories, and it's terroir indicative. So I really look forward to exploring that. But the other thing about this cannabis, absolutely no provenance. I can't find any information about it except for what was on Lift & Co. And that doesn't make me very excited. The Paul Roger champagne, you can know absolutely everything about. If I dug deep enough, I could find the day that the grapes were harvested on, I'm sure, and the plots. But that information is not available in recreational cannabis. Anyways, the bag's quite milky. I had my Volcano at number 6, so let's give it a try and try it with the champagne. And this is the Casablanca Mongolian. Well, it tastes like it smells. White flowers, a little dusty. Dusty is not a great describer in cannabis. Not one I've ever used in before. Yeah, it doesn't taste like much more than flowers and kind of old cannabis. If you know that indicative smell of old cannabis, like I kind of talked about it, like a just spice, it's here. Okay, with the wine, let's see. No, doesn't make the wine better, that's for sure. Maybe I was biased off the bat because whatever, but you know, kind of another not great legal cannabis experiment. I think I'm gonna roll out this educational content much quicker than I expected. I'm gonna miss talking to the camera, talking to you guys, having the comments, the questions. So look forward to that. Look forward to reviews. Look forward to unboxings. Look forward to party recaps and a whole bunch of different content. I want to create more content and not just so focused in the pairings. So thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 100 on the Cannabis Sommelier. I hope you make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next week or tomorrow, cheers! you.